All right, guys, we need to talk about something very, very serious here in this video. We are in an election year, and there's quite a few people out there that are severely Trump deranged. If anything was to actually happen physically to Donald Trump, these people, I believe, would not shed a tear. They would be perfectly okay if someone actually tried to harm President Trump. I believe that these people are so deranged, man, that they would actually celebrate. Let's just say, for example, if someone actually tried to assassinate President Trump, they would be thrilled. That's really sad, guys. That is really sad. Now, you guys know I'm not a fan of Biden whatsoever, but there is no way in the world I would actually wish any harm on Beijing Biden. If he got assassinated, that would not be good for the country, man. And personally, I don't want him assassinated. I don't want him to be president, but I don't want him to be assassinated either. I would not wish harm on Joe Biden. But a lot of these people on the left, man, they are so severely Trump deranged. And in the case of Keith Olbermann, man, he's just flat out deranged overall. I mean, something is seriously wrong with Keith Olbermann. This man needs serious help, man. I mean, this man is so out of his mind. He couldn't even survive MSNBC. He gets fired from job after job after job. Now, Keith Olbermann was the guy that I used to watch all the time on SportsCenter in 1990s. I don't even recognize this guy today. That is how far gone Keith Olbermann is. He has really lost his mind. And he probably has the worst case of Trump derangement we've ever seen. I mean, the man is deranged on everything. When it comes to Trump, he's probably number one at the top when it comes to being severely Trump deranged. Guys, Keith Olbermann, man, is hoping and wishing for harm on Donald Trump. He actually put this out on X. I'm actually surprised that this post is still up there. And actually, guys, it's actually illegal to actually wish violence, assassination on a former president. You can't do it. So let's talk about it, guys. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member. Remember, live stream every single Friday. Just starts at $5 per month. If you're watching on Rumble, click the join button and get access to the same thing. Here we go. Check this out. Keith Olbermann tweets he hopes someone assassinates Donald Trump. That's not his exact words right there, but he was definitely hoping that someone takes out the 45th president of the United States. Now, I looked this up. I wanted to make sure that this was illegal. I pulled this up from Cornell Law School. 18 U.S. Code 879. Threats against former presidents and certain other peoples. Says here, whoever knowingly and willfully threatens to kill, kidnap, or inflict bodily harm upon a former president or a member of the immediate family of a former president shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 5 years or both. This is on the X platform right now because the Biden-Harris HQ put out here, Trump says he's been treated worse than Abraham Lincoln, who was assassinated. And Keith Olbermann puts out, there's always the hope. So he's hoping that someone assassinates Donald Trump. Now, guys, we've had presidents get assassinated, namely Abraham Lincoln and, of course, JFK. In the case of JFK, that was actually on camera on TV for everyone to see. Definitely one of the scariest moments in this country's history. Whether or not you were actually a JFK fan, you actually had to be horrified by what you saw. Now, I wasn't even born in 1963. I wasn't born until 14 years later. But still, watching the JFK assassination, man, that is scary right there. And by the way, Trump actually has a young son. Barron is 17 now? Yeah. And Keith Olbermann, he's getting ratioed on this. He only has 1,300 likes to 2,800 comments. He is getting destroyed on this. And rightly so. Definitely seems like the Secret Service should probably be investigating Keith Olbermann right here. I mean, even the Biden administration should be looking at this and wanting to question Keith Olbermann, because this man's wishing harm on a former president. These people are out of their minds, man. They really, really are out of their minds. He puts out, there's always the hope. This man is completely deranged, man. Keith Olbermann kind of reminds me of Norman Bates in a way. Everybody saw Psycho, right? Keith Olbermann is psycho. Norman Bates didn't always kill people. He was definitely disturbed mentally. And then eventually one day, Norman Bates snapped. And then he started whacking heads, man. One by one by one. I've seen all the Psycho movies. Hopefully Keith Olbermann doesn't actually reach that point. I'm not saying that he will. But for him to come out there and say something like this, that is just uncalled for right there. Uncalled for and dangerous. Maybe the Secret Service will actually get in touch with Keith Olbermann. I don't believe he actually has a job. I don't think he does. Because I believe a post like that would actually get you fired from your job. I don't think he has a job. I mean, he keeps getting nuttier and nuttier and nuttier every single year. And boy, just imagine, man, if Trump wins this election, which I think he will, imagine the derangement that's going to come from the left, man. Secret Service is definitely going to have to be beefed up. Because I believe the left is going to ride, man. Donald Trump gets elected, especially on election night, which I think we should actually have the results the same day. Not days later, not a week later, like the last election. The same day, same night when Trump was actually winning. That's when we should actually have the election results. And if Donald Trump is declared the winner, you're going to have quite a few Keith Olbermanns out there, I believe. Because these people are out of their minds. They're not logical, man. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.